Some pretty incredible developing news coming out today, January 28th, 2024. As coming out, headlines in the past couple hours, Republicans, the GOP, call upon the Biden administration to strike Iran after U.S. service members lost their lives in attacks that took place today. Now, more headlines coming out as the United States saying they will be responding to this. We shall respond. Biden warns militants after 3 U.S. troops lose their lives in Jordan. There were assaults that took place today that marked the first time that American service members in the Middle East have lost lives due to the violence that spiked from October's attack with Hamas and Israel. So this is now intensifying, and a lot of people are saying this could be the thing that escalates the United States to officially entering into war. Now, we had heard that Iran has already said they're pretty much at war with the United States, but there's not been an official declaration. Let me know your thoughts. Is this going to be intensifying things now to the point where we are going to be on the brink of World War III? If you believe so, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Put a 3. If you think no, we're going to be okay, we're going to avoid World War III, put a 4. But this has escalated things today. The Biden administration vowing a response. Republicans saying that we need to strike Iran. We need to strike them hard. We need to strike them now. And articles coming out today as well that Tucker Carlson is responding to this, calling the Republicans lunatics, using profanity, saying Republicans, their calls for attacks or strikes against the Iranian military. This is insane, he is saying. This is going to lead to massive, massive war. Warnings coming out from Tucker Carlson today telling them to pull it back. This is escalating too much. But let me know your thoughts as we're seeing troops in the Middle East hit today the most devastating attack that we have seen so far, losing lives of our U.S. troops. And like I said, this is all coming out today, and the GOP is saying that the Biden administration's responses to what's going on in the Middle East is weak, and that is why this is continuing on. And that is why we saw the loss of 3 troops' lives today. And these articles, I'm going to be adding them to the community page afterwards. There's some words in the titles and things that I cannot say on YouTube. So I want to be able to share this with you guys, not have the message be compromised. And if you appreciate the breaking news updates, do me a favor, hit the like button. I see we've got almost 1,000 people in the room already, 200 likes. Can we get that to 500? Can I get 300 people, just half of the room, to hit the like button if you appreciate the updates? I see people's putting the prayer hands for the attacks that took place today. Yes. And this is definitely going to escalate things. And we're hearing that Biden is saying that there will be a response because this is going to intensify things significantly. We have not seen this unfold yet to the point where we have seen a loss of life of U.S. troops, but that just changed today. And the GOP is saying we need to hit back. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying, prayers. Yes, prayers for the families, prayers for the troops, prayers for our nation, prayers for the conflicts that are taking place right now in the Middle East. And a lot of people are saying this could be what pulls us in. Tucker Carlson warning Congress and the United States, do not escalate this. This is what they want. This could pull us in. And a lot of people, I'm seeing all the 3s saying, yes, this is going to lead to World War III. Now, let me know your thoughts on this. Should we have an aggressive response to this? Or should we try to be cautious, as Tucker Carlson is saying? If you agree with, I'm going to be sharing with you members of Congress, Senator Corn, Lindsey Graham saying, hit them hard, hit now. Was there actual literal quotes that they said? They said, hit them now, hit them hard. This coming out from Graham and from Corn. If you agree with them, put a 1 in the comments. If you agree with Tucker Carlson, no, let's be a little bit more strategic. Do not hit them hard. Put a 2. I'd like to see your guys' thoughts on this. But let me go ahead and share with you what has been coming out so that way you can hear exactly what is taking place. And I'm seeing 1s and 2s coming out, differing opinions on this. Very interesting as to the response that the United States should be taking at this time. Now, before we dive in, also, do me a quick favor. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. We've got 1,063 people in the room. Can I get that like button over 500? Just 25 more people to hit the like button if you appreciate the updates. Seeing lots of 1s and 2s jumping around. A lot of people, the ones are saying they agree with Lindsey Graham and with Corn, saying we need to hit Iran back hard and now. The twos agree with Tucker Carlson, saying no, let's be a little bit more strategic with the approach. This is definitely an escalation, and Biden vowing a response, but we're going to be seeing to what degree Biden responds. Now, this article coming out today says Republicans call on the Biden administration to strike Iran after the loss of life of U.S. service members. Now, congressional Republicans are calling on the Biden administration to strike Iran directly after a drone attack from one of its proxies where 3 United States service members came to an end. Lindsey Graham, one of the most prominent hawks of the Senate, led the charge demanding Biden, this was his exact quote, and this is on X, hit Iran now, hit them hard. And if you agree with that response, again, put a 1. That is if you agree with Lindsey Graham. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you what Tucker Carlson had to say on this here in just a second. Now, it says the Biden administration can take out all the Iranian proxies that they like, but it will not deter Iranian aggression. I am calling on the Biden administration to strike targets of significance inside Iran. So they're saying, let's not mess with these militia groups. Let's go ahead and hit Iran directly, not only as a reprisal for the loss of these forces, but as a deterrent against future aggression. So they're saying, let's just go right for them. Let's go to the root of the problem. Think of it like a weed. Let's not cut the weed and have it grow back. Let's go right to the root. Lindsey Graham wrote on X, you can see it, the Biden administration can take out all the Iranian proxies they'd like, but it will not deter Iranian aggression. I am calling on the Biden administration to strike targets of significance inside Iran, not only as a reprisal for the forces, but a deterrent against future aggression. He also said, I am sending my condolences to the families of the fallen heroes in Jordan. I am also wishing a full recovery to those injured. There was also 30 troops that were injured as well. Our forces in Jordan and Syria are there to protect the American homeland and to provide stability in a troubled region. Now it says, target Tehran was the response of Senator John Cornyn. He said, later clarifying in a follow-up post that he wasn't calling to drop forces on them, but IRGC and QUD's forces facilitator. There's words in here that I cannot say on YouTube. I apologize. Now, Senator Tom Cotton was more vague in his demands, though he urged Biden to strike. He said, Iran's forces, these ones that want to wreak havoc on the American people, we need to strike them. Joe Biden emboldened Iran for years by tolerating attacks on our troops, bribing them with billions of dollars and appeasing them to no end, he said in a statement. He left our troops as sitting ducks, and now 3 have lost their lives and dozens are wounded. Sadly, as I predicted, this would happen for months. The only answer to these attacks must be a devastating military retaliation against Iran's forces, both in Iran and also across the Middle East. Anything less will confirm that Joe Biden is as cowardly and unworthy of a being as our commander-in-chief. Wow. Let me know if you agree in the comments. Put a T if you think that is true. Put an F if you think that is false. Put a T if you believe that this statement is true, that anything less than an aggressive response to this will prove that Joe Biden is a coward and he is unworthy to be our commander-in-chief. Put a T if you think that is true. Put an F if you think that is false. Wow, a lot of T's, a lot of people saying it is true that if Biden does not respond to this aggressively, then he is a coward and he is unworthy of being our president, commander-in-chief. Again, that was coming out from, I believe it was Tom Cotton, Senator. I'm seeing the X here, and it says, yes, that was from Tom Cotton, Senator for Arkansas. Now, while not calling for a strike, in a statement posted on X, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene demanded to know why the U.S. forces were in Jordan. Today, we are focused on remembering and honoring our fallen heroes, but tomorrow will come quickly and wise decisions must be made, she wrote. As a member of Congress, I demand to know why our troops are even in Jordan. What were our Navy SEALs doing there when this took place? What AUMF is the DOD operating under? And many more questions, she said. A drone attack hit Tower 22, a U.S. base in Jordan on the border of Syria. Now, they announced this on Sunday today. So again, just for your information, this has unfolded over the past several hours. This is taking place today. This is escalating things significantly. And I see we've got 1,256 people in the room. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to stay up to date if you have not done so already on the breaking news. Aside from those that lost lives, dozens more service members were wounded. And these are the first. This is the first of this type of attack, the escalation to hit our troops since this all has started. They're saying this is the highest escalation since the beginning of the Israel-Hamas war starting. Now, in addition to that, President Joe Biden, this one coming out from Politico today, says that we will respond. Biden warns militants after what unfolded in Jordan. Now, it says that top U.S. leaders, they issued a warning on Sunday today. So these warnings and these threats are taking place today. Just to clarify, January 28th, 2024, it is currently 8:16 Central Standard Time. Warning on Sunday to the Iran-backed militants a day after a drone attack, which ended the lives of U.S. troops in Jordan, dramatically escalating the situation in the Middle East. We had a tough day last night in the Middle East. We lost brave souls in attacks on one of our bases, he said. And then he asked for a moment of silence and he added, "We shall respond." Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said that he was outraged and deeply saddened by what unfolded, and he vowed that strikes would not go unanswered. Iran-backed militias are responsible for these continued attacks on U.S. forces, and we will respond at a time and a place of our choosing, he said in a statement. The president and I will not tolerate these attacks on American forces, and we will take all necessary action to defend the United States, our troops, and our interests. 3 U.S. service members ended today. 25 more were wounded that Saturday night in a drone attack. The assaults marks the first time American troops have seen their lives come to an end in months of drones and missile attacks on U.S. forces in Iraq, Syria, and now in Jordan. And that began not long after Hamas's militants attacked on October 7th. Now, the hit impacted the base's living quarters, according to a U.S. official, who, like others, was granted anonymity to speak about the developing situation. A second U.S. official said the 3 service members were from the Army. Response options are being drawn up as we speak, a third U.S. official said. So make no mistake, there is going to be a response from the United States. And as I mentioned, members of the GOP saying this response needs to be hard and it needs to take place now. So we're going to see how aggressively this escalates. GOP members saying, do it now. And as we're going to take a look here in just a second, Tucker Carlson responding saying, no, do not do that. You will be a lunatic. That will cause World War III. It will spark chaos. And he's saying, be more strategic in your responses. And again, I asked for people whether or not they agreed with Tucker Carlson or they agreed with the GOP members of Congress. And I saw a lot of mixed responses. Very interesting. We were in a room of 1,360 people right now, and it's split on how we should respond. But a lot of people saying that they agree with Tom Cotton that if Biden does not respond aggressively to this, it will show that he is a coward and he is unfit to be the president of the United States. Now, the base known as Tower 22 is a small outpost attached to the Rukban refugee camp near the Iraq-Syria border. U.S. Special Operation troops have used the location to cross into Syria to help fight the Islamic State. It's also just a few kilometers away from Syria's Al-Tanf garrison, which has been targeted dozens of times by Iranian-backed proxies since October. Now, a White House official said the president was briefed on Sunday morning today on the attack by Austin. Now, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan and the Principal Deputy National Security Advisor John Finn also advised him. Now, in a recorded interview posted on Sunday morning on ABC This Week, Joint Chiefs Chair General C.Q. Brown and the U.S. said the U.S. does not want the conflict in the Middle East to continue to broaden. Now, the goal is to deter them, and we don't want to go down a path of greater escalation that drives to a much broader conflict within the region. The attack has to be responded to with significant force, more force, than we have used to date. So they're saying that they're going to, what we are about to see with a response from the United States is going to be the greatest amount of force that has been used by the U.S. so far since this all began, they said. Now, the thing is, they are saying that they want to be careful, though, not to escalate this to the point of a massive all-out war, essentially what they've been warning of, World War III. Not only should the group that launched this attack be targeted, but the Iranian IRGC Quds force should as well. So Iran is being warned at this moment of what might unfold. They're saying that this is going to be a hard hit. And like I said, Republican senators in the GOP, they are saying, hit them hard, hit them now, send a message, and let the message not be weakness. Several prominent Republican senators on Sunday today also called on the administration to strike inside Iran, saying go right to the root of the source. American and British warships have also been busy shooting down drones and ballistic missiles by Iranian-backed Houthi militants in Yemen. Several commercial ships have been struck, disrupting global trade routines in the Red Sea. And then now this unfolding today. Now, most of the U.S. troops in Syria are located in the northeastern portion of the country, but a smaller group are stationed far south. In addition to helping them, let's see, there's a couple things here that I cannot say, I'm not going to read. Now, let me share with you guys, those of you that have been waiting on Tucker Carlson's response to this. He responded, this came out 3 hours ago. Tucker Carlson rips the GOP, calls them names that I can't say on YouTube, and calls them lunatics, Republicans, for them calling for Iranian military strikes in Iran. Now, former Fox News host blasts Senator Lindsey Graham and John Cornyn as the lawmakers demand military responses to the loss of life of troops in Jordan. Now, listen to this. Tucker Carlson branded Republican lawmakers blank lunatics on Sunday, as a growing number of them called for a military retaliation against Iran for the attacks that ended the lives of three service members in Jordan. Now, again, we've got about 1,523 people live with me in the room. Let me know your thoughts. Again, put a 1 if you agree with Lindsey Graham and John Cornyn that we need to strike back hard. We need to hit in Iran, and we need to send a message and make it clear that this cannot be tolerated. We need to hit them hard and hit them now, is what they said. Put a 2 if you agree with Tucker Carlson. No, we need to be more strategic. We don't want to escalate this. It is tragic, the loss of life of our troops. But 2, if you think that we cannot escalate this because it essentially could lead to the loss of more lives. And I'm seeing a mix. It's very interesting. Over 1,500 people in the room, and I'm seeing a lot of 1s, but I'm also seeing several 2s. Some people saying, oh, wow, I just saw a comment. Somebody said it's already escalated. We need to send a response. Yeah, I'm seeing Pastor Annie Matz saying we need to hit them back or else they will not stop. Very interesting. Seeing a lot of mixed responses, 1s and 2s in the comments. So 2 is if you agree with Tucker Carlson to be more strategic about the response. 1 is if you agree with Lindsey Graham and Cornyn and Cotton that they need to hit hard, send a message. Now, he said lunatics, he wrote on X, specifically responding to Senator Lindsey Graham and John Cornyn, who have called for the strikes. Graham recommended on X that we hit Iran now and we hit them hard. The hawkish senator has called for strikes on Iran in the past, urging that the country's oil fields be targeted. Now, the drone assault that ended troops and injured dozens of others in the latest in the series of Iran proxy attacks happened today in the Middle East. Tucker Carlson responding, Lindsey Graham says, hit Iran now, hit them hard. Senator John Cornyn responds, target Tehran. Tucker Carlson responds, blanking lunatics. Graham and Cornyn were far from the only Republican lawmakers calling for military action in response to the latest attacks. House Speaker Mike Johnson demanded a crystal clear message be sent by the United States now. Wow, I did not know that. I'm reading this and learning this with you at this very moment. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson saying to send a crystal clear message to Iran right now. Wow, very, very interesting. I did not know that. Let me know your thoughts. All those 1s, Sounds like the Speaker of the House is on board with an aggressive message. And yeah, make no mistake, a very strong response that essentially what they're warning is could lead to an escalation in the Middle East, which essentially spells out war with the United States and Iran. And a lot of people are saying which will be the step into World War III. Donald Trump, meanwhile, he insisted that such an attack would have never happened if he were in the White House. He also claimed that it showed that President Joe Biden has weakness. Let me know, do you agree with Donald Trump that that if he were the president right now, this would not have happened? If you agree with Donald Trump and you think that this would not have happened if he were the president right now, put a 45. If you think no, it would have happened regardless, and that Biden's doing fine, put a 46. 45 if you agree with Trump that this is weakness and this would not have happened if he was the president. And that, and hey, we have got elections coming up. Maybe we can get him back in. But put a 46 if you think no, that regardless, the things that are unfolding right now are just unfolding and Biden is doing his best. Put a 46. I'm seeing a lot of 45s, pouring in, a couple of 46s. Somebody's saying that we look weak with Biden right now. And that is what we're hearing from Senator Cotton. He said that if we do not do an aggressive response right now, that this is going to prove that Biden is weak and that he is not fit to be our commander in chief. And Donald Trump saying that this is showing weakness. And we've heard a lot of people say, I've heard several of the experts with the Middle East in our military saying that the thinking is so much different. We have to show an aggressive response because they will not respond well to weakness. They will continue to hit. We have to send a message. And I'm seeing a lot of 45s pouring in as people are saying they agree with Donald Trump and they think that if he were president right now, this would not be unfolding the way it is. Well, you guys, remember, elections are coming up this year. They're right around the corner. Now, Carlson has long been critical of the United States' involvement in the global conflict, including Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the conflicts in the Middle East. Now, in a Sunday statement, the president confirmed that Iran-backed military groups they were operating in Syria and Iraq. They were behind these attacks. We will hold all of them responsible to account at a time and in a manner of our choosing. He said, we will hold all those responsible to account at a time and in a manner of our choosing. So warning them, we will be responding to this. Wow. So you guys, it has just escalated, and we're going to be seeing what's unfolding. The United States vowing a response at their time and choosing. And a lot of people are wondering to what degree. And we heard the warning that what will be unfolding will be to a level that we have not yet seen. The United States will be responding to this, hitting Iran. We'll be seeing to what degree they do it. So things have just gotten intense over the past couple of hours today. Actually, this unfolding, it said in the middle of the night on Saturday night, which I think all this started unfolding coming out this morning today. And we're hearing all of these varying responses. Tucker Carlson from the GOP on how the United States should move forward with this. And a lot of people saying that this is going to escalate things if we respond too aggressively. But I'm seeing a lot of comments of people saying it has already escalated. We are already here. We cannot allow this to continue on. And also a lot of people agreeing with members of the GOP and with Donald Trump that right now the United States is coming off weak in the responses. And this is simply emboldening these groups in the Middle East that are attacking the U.S. Jerry Carter saying it is vacation time for Biden. Nehemiah saying no going back. Adam ST saying World War III began a while ago. Yeah, I'm hearing that from a lot of people with the things that are unfolding right now, with the cyber attacks, with all the stuff, all the groups, the militaries hitting back and forth. They're saying that it already started. It has not been officially declared, but it has already started. This is how it starts. And we're already in the middle of it, but they have not announced it. Let me know your thoughts. I see Matt Cooper saying a draft is coming. You know, a lot of articles coming out and a lot of people Googling and searching information about the draft, because if you've not seen, there is a major shortfall in our military. And a lot of people are concerned with what the next steps are, as a lot of people are saying war is coming right around the corner. Let's see here. Steve, did you do, let's see here, something with some group? No, Smoking J Man. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that is. Awi Mulder says, sick of Iran. Yeah, you know what? We're in the middle of a conflict with them. The United States says, we need to hit back. Janet Jenkins saying Steve ran for president 2024. Thank you for that, Janet. I think that we're going to have a switch of hands in 2024. And it looks like that for the GOP, it's going to be Trump. And I think there's a good chance that he might take it because right now, there is not a lot of people that are happy with the way that the Biden administration is currently operating our country. And a lot of people saying that it's time for a switch. So we will see. Elections are right around the corner. See more comments pouring in. Let's see here. Somebody saying, Sky Gazer says, biblical times right now. Yes. Terry Roberts saying it's just the Bible being fulfilled. It does look that way. Lori saying, Lindsey Graham, say something. I go for the opposite. Yeah, Lindsey Graham saying we need to take an aggressive response. And that was all the ones that poured in. And if you think we need to take a more strategic response and not escalate things, put a 2. Gaines Creation says, Steve, read my message, please. Gaines, go ahead and put it in the comments. Sorry that I try to respond to as many as I can. There's just so many comments. I don't catch them all. They're moving very quickly. If I see any that I think are ones that I can respond to right away, I try to do so. Let's see here. See one still pouring in. Wow. Do me a favor. If you've not done so yet, there's 1,447 people in the room. We had like over 1,500 a little while ago. Smash the like button if you're hopping on late, or if you have not done so and you appreciate the live updates. And again, just a reminder that things have escalated today. They're saying that the GOP is calling on the Biden administration to strike Iran after U.S. service members lost their lives today in attacks, many more wounded as well. And we also are hearing that the Biden administration, they are saying that they are going to respond. But to what degree is what people are wondering. And Biden is warning Iran this is going to take place. And Tucker Carlson criticizing Republicans, calling them blanking lunatics for their calls to hit hard Iran, but also hit in Iran. So, things have escalated. Pretty incredible today. And all of this unfolding today, January the 28th, 2024. This is breaking news coming out. We're going to be seeing how this unfolds. So I will keep you guys up to date on the response from the United States because we are going to see them hit back. The question is, how aggressively? KO Kerr says, I love the breaking news. Thank you, KO. I appreciate that. I will continue to keep you guys up to date as information comes out. I try to make sure that the breaking news that comes out, I can give it to you as it's coming out. So that way you guys know exactly what's coming out. And this all unfolding today. So we all know that we are going to see a response coming out. And when we see that response, I will let you know what it is, what unfolds. Let's see here. See different comments coming through. If there's any questions I can respond to really quick. Vicky Wright saying, good job, Steve. Thank you so much. Kevin Davis saying, Jesus is coming for his people. Amen. Let's see here. Did they tell Biden, says Jerry Carr? Yes, they let him know today what's unfolding. Thank you and God bless to you and your family, says Virginia. You are very welcome. Bugsy says, Jesus is very real. Amen. People saying people are getting ready to sign up for the military. Yeah. Well, you guys, I will keep you up to date on everything. And again, we've also got conflict inside of our own nation right now. If you have missed my videos on what people are saying is the beginning of a potential civil war in the United States, check it out. The Texas border battle is real right now. It's absolutely incredible. Check it out. 25 states siding with Governor Abbott, saying that right now they stand with Texas. If you have not seen that, you need to check it out. We potentially could be looking at World War III in the Middle East. And in addition to that, we could be having internal conflict with the U.S. right now. Gary Shreve, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You are awesome. I'll continue to keep you up to date. Let's see here. Berkeley saying, if you don't change your leader, you're going to go down hard. Yes. Jeanette saying that she lives in Texas in the South. Yes. Yeah, that is insane what is going on right now. Absolutely incredible. And I just released a video, I think it was yesterday, all over the news. They're saying, are we in a civil war? Are we even still a country? We're hearing from the former governor of Texas saying, I hope this doesn't escalate into anything much worse than what it currently is, with the state of Texas going toe-to-toe with the federal government. And Texas saying to the Biden administration, if you want to take the wire down, come and take it. Biden saying, take it down or else. Texas responding, or else what? We are going to defend our country and protect our borders since the federal government fails to do so. That is the response of Texas. And things have escalated. And the Biden administration giving a timeline saying you must do it by this time. Texas not doing anything. The timeline has come to an end. We're going to be seeing what's going on. So, man, things are escalating in the Middle East and also here internally in the United States. And like I said, I will keep you guys up to date. I see a lot of people saying, I stand with Texas. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Put a TX if you stand with Texas. And then put a BA if you put Biden administration. If you stand with Biden wanting to take down the wires and open up the borders. And I see the TXs rolling in, everyone standing with Texas. Absolutely incredible. And, I've covered this in detail, but I just feel like it's almost mind-boggling, with the potential threats and the warnings that we're getting from the FBI about, attacks, for us not to be securing our borders, not to be addressing the issues. There's so many components and moving pieces to this. I think that just putting barbed wire up, that's not enough, but it is the first step of the first thing that we need to do. The loyalty of our commander-in-chief should first be to the American people. We live in the United States. We are Americans, and we need to serve the American people. And we want to help others, absolutely. But we also need to first take into consideration the safety of those in our home. And we want to help out those that need aid, but we need to vet them before they come in, because there are so many people that are coming up on the watch list. Even video footage coming out just last week of somebody on the watch list that is coming through. This is not okay. And for the current administration to turn a blind eye, it is absolutely just baffling to me. I try not to share my opinion, but it's just so absurd. It's absolutely unreal to me. Let's see here. Too late, we're already there. Time to unite together under God, says BA Technologies. Member for 2 months. Thank you for your support, BA Technologies. And I agree, we need to stand together under God. Amen to that. And I see Jay Smith, hashtag stand with Texas. People saying they're seeing commercials leaning towards recruits for the United States. Yeah, it does seem like it's right around the corner. MPAC661, thank you so much for that super chat. You are awesome. I appreciate that a ton. Donna saying South Carolina stands with Texas. Matt Cooper saying take our country back. Trek Wolf saying sup Steve, huge fan. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I'll continue to keep you guys up to date on everything as it rolls out, because there's just so much going on. It's absolutely incredible. Sherry Falco saying build the wall. Yes. Why do we have why do we not have our lands protected? No problem with people coming in the right way, legally, not illegally, where we cannot vet who's coming in, and they could be a danger and wanting to do who knows what to our people. Nathan Rapture Watcher for Jesus says, love you, Brother Steve. Thank you for that. Nathaniel, thank you for the support. That's a blessing, says Janet, and smiles, says Mary S. Steve, how can outsiders come in and support? Is there a way? Not sure I understand your question there, West Coast Ronnie. Sky Blue says, oh my goodness, praying for everyone. Yes, if you're a praying individual, please pray. Pray for our nation. Pray for our leaders. Pray for our people. Pray for the conflict taking place. because it is absolutely insane. And after what unfolded today, it just seems to be escalating. Gray Dog is saying Biden is not making calls. Texas, good job. Yes, I agree. Well, you guys, that is the latest. And again, I'm going to put these articles and information in the community page, so check it out. I'm going to put all the sources there for you. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget, hit the like button if you haven't done so. Hit subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. And also consider joining the newsletter pinned in the comments, www.steveramnews.com. Newsletters and also helpful information going to be coming out for you and your family with all the chaos that is going on right now in the world. But with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.